So today I am working in my new patch here that I'm trying to get prepared for my soybeans and my potatoes. So this morning it's sprinkling out and raining, so I got my rain hat on and a raincoat. I had my down coat on underneath this for a while here while I was raking all the leaves back and the mulch. And now I've heated up, so now it's time to do some spading. So I got my other coat off and just a raincoat on here. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what I'm doing, maybe give you some ideas. So as you can see here, I got a lot of grass still down here. The leaves and mulch have been on here for a couple months now, and they've killed off a lot of the grass, but there's still not ready to be just forked and planted in. So what I'm going to do is to spade it under. That means actually take all the grass that's growing and flip it upside down and bury it so that the roots are sticking up, and that will kill the grass for the most part. And any ones that are kind of sticking up along the edges I can weed out later. I'm going to tarp it after I get done with this, and that should kill off most of the remaining grass. So I'm not going to be, this is going to be soybeans in here, so I'm not going to need it for another couple months. This is the middle of February. It'll probably be May 1st, maybe the middle of May, before I actually need to get the soybeans out, because they need to have about 65 degrees soil temperature in order to germinate and do well. So it'll be a little bit, so hopefully these beds here will be prepped and ready to go by the time that's done. Okay, so got my shovel here and just taking little sections here and bringing them up and flipping them over. So going straight down, move it around a little bit, pull it back, and then I'm putting it up on in front here, flipping it on the side, and then so the top is going to land upside down, and then I'm going to just kind of knock it and chop a little bit just to break it up a little bit. So like that. So then we got nicely prepared soil ready to plant in when I'm ready to get to that stage of it. So I'm just working through the bed here, working backwards. Flip it up there and down. Push any remaining grass down and try to bury anything that's sticking up. And try to avoid chopping any worms. There's a lot of worms in here too, which is good. So trying to not chop into them. To get kind of a rhythm going, and just kind of back and forth, one side of the bed back to one side of the bed, and then back to the other side. And usually I like to include the walkways. This stake is not where it should be. It needs to be back another 2 feet. These beds are going to be 55 feet long and 30 inches wide. So as I was measuring these out, I realized that those are at about 53, and I think, well, let's just round it off and make it 55, make it an easy number to calculate later. That still gives me, I think, about 4 feet between that and the fence. Just move it back to here. Just kind of a guide there. This other one I'll take out too and move back here. Just temporarily pound it in here with the shovel. So I'm going to do a bed in a walkway area in one strip here. and then I'll come back and do another one here. I could go full length, but it's kind of nice to have one bed done, and that way I can cover it and try to get it ready, and then work on the next bed over. That way I can see kind of progress, and I'm not just trying to take on too much at a time. Little bits at a time work best, for me at least. I'm discovering a lot of rocks in here. So that's one good reason to kind of dig down a little bit. Using a tiller might work. I don't have one, and I have to borrow one, plus take the time to go get it, set it up, and maybe it'll work well. Maybe I'll be fighting with the grass. Probably wouldn't kill off the grass very well. I'd be fighting going through the sod. So I figured just spading it I know works well, and it's something that I can I use the tools I have. It gets fairly good exercise, but yet not terribly tiresome. I can probably do this in about an hour, maybe a little over an hour. I did my 30-foot beds in about 45 minutes, one bed, plus a walkway. So it was fairly easy to do. Just do one a day, and work it into my day, and seems to work really well. I haven't had any issues with the grass coming up yet. I had them tarped after I did that, and they seem to be doing well there. Rain's starting to pick up here, but not a problem. Get kind of used to it. That's what the spring around in Oregon here is like. A lot of rain. It's been pretty cold at nights too. It's been around 30 degrees. We've had frost. Last night was quite a bit warmer since the rains came last night. So that was nice to have that little bit of break from the freezing weather here. So I didn't know what the temperature is out this morning here. It feels like probably in the 45 or something. Pretty warm. Very comfortable to be working out here. Happy my onion starts are doing well. They're all coming up quite nicely. It's been around 8 days or so since I planted them. And they're all popping up a quarter inch. Some are up an inch already. Doing fine. And the spinach that I replanted, it's the first ones that kind of got eaten off by some kind of mouse or something. Jeff finally got them all trapped out, I think, out of my greenhouse. Kind of afraid to go stick any more back in my greenhouse for fear that they're going to get chopped off again. So they're all getting to the point where they're probably going to have to go outside to get more light. There's a spider down there. You can get roots in here too. Get pulled out here just to get them out of the area here. There's not too many bad weeds in this area that are deep rooted. There's some, and we'll try to get the roots out as much as possible. Last owners were not very careful on where they put their trash around here, so they get a lot of finds in here. Buried treasure, the wrong kind. Found a lot of car parts, metal pieces, glass, and random stuff buried out here. It's unfortunate, but I'm gonna kick it out of there and collect it and get rid of it. One good reason to try to dig down a little bit and discover what's down there. I'm just covering the whole thing and waiting for it to decompose, because there's found several huge boulders in there that are just in the way that plants aren't going to appreciate trying to go around. Kind of this milky type root, kind of a latex that it produces. See how it's white there? That's a root there that's, I'm not sure what type it is, some kind of dandelion or something like that. Anyway, that's kind of a latex there, the white milky stuff. So that's actually what causes a lot of bitterness in the dandelions, is that white milky stuff. It's called the latex. Yeah, that's what lettuce gets too. When you break the leaves off or the stem, you'll notice sometimes you get a little milkiness in there, and those are the ones that are the most milky are the ones that are usually the most bitter, especially the red varieties. So if you're trying a lot of red varieties of lettuce and you're wondering why they're so bitter, it's just because they're inherently that way. The green types tend to be a lot more mild. Yep, hit a rock down here. Somewhere down there. Let's see what we got down there. Yeah, have to go get the pick here and try to clean that out. Trying to pry with the shovel is a good way to break your shovel handle. Just a small rock or something. This one isn't too big. This will come out fairly easily. There's one right there for you. How's that for a rock? Alright, so I got a little mess here. Oops, got another rock down there. Get all the grass upside down. It's not so bad. Sometimes you hit little rocks and they seem like they're so huge down there. There's something big down there. And you get it and it's just a little tiny rock or something. There we go. Get everything back upside down and break it up a little bit here. So far it looks pretty clean in here as far as debris, but who knows, there's one of these decided to dump stuff, so I may not get lucky all the way. Maybe halfway down I'll start hitting garbage. Slug pressure is what I've been fighting with mainly on the peas. So I've been super diligent to get the pick over the beds. I had plastic over them, black plastic, and as I pulled that off, there's a lot of slugs underneath, just hiding underneath there, which is a good slug trap. So I killed all those and picked them over. Then that night I went out around 9 o'clock or so and picked over the beds again. There's quite a few still left, and haven't seen much else, any more trace of it. They do hide out during the day, so I'm not totally convinced that they're totally gone, but I got a good percentage of them. I don't see any slug damage on the pea plants. I've gone through 2 nights already, so I'm just kind of keeping an eye and see what's going to happen, how long it's going to take for them to find it, if more, large populations are going to move in. But it's a big problem when it's raining like this, because they can be out there during the day munching away, and it's a good time to kill them, obviously, but it gives them more opportunity to be eating. It's a nice prepared bed here. said, I'm going to get this covered in this area here, the black plastic, kind of keep it dry, let it dry out a little bit, and then get some more compost for it if I have enough. These may not get much compost this year. Otherwise I'm going to have to go buy some and then it'll run out. But it's going to be legume crops, so that's a good one to start out with. When you start in a new bed area, get something that's a nitrogen fixer that won't be heavily demanding. So we'll see how the soybeans do. Never grown them before, so this is a trial here. See how it'll work. Got 2 different varieties. Maybe a starting point. See which one's going to work best and try to propagate those and collect seed off of those. Alright, well, raining quite a bit here. The camera's getting wet, so I'm going to shut it off here and probably go in for a bit, do some programming and more website building inside, and maybe it'll be drier this afternoon and come out and work on it some more here. So, alright, that's about it for today. If you like this sort of thing, be sure to like my Facebook page or subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you can get more videos like this. And also give me a thumbs up or down on the video. That helps other people to find it. And leave a comment. You can ask me anything you like or make a suggestion. That'd be helpful. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.